Hi, I'm Nadine Burrows Jameson, your host, and this is my good friend Janine Bookwalter, your co host.
Hi, and welcome to Shooting the Breeze with Nadine and Janine.
And our show lineup for today is what's going on in Harrisburg? What's in the news? Topic for the day pearls of wisdom and stinker of the week. And we'll just start with what's going on in Harrisburg, like we always do, Janine.
Sounds good?
Oh, there's always a lot going on in Harrisburg, but as always, we will just give you a few. And we'll start with Art in the Wild. Art in the Wild was conceived with the goals of presenting quality outdoor art using natural materials, providing educational opportunities, and community involvement. The works of art are composed of mostly natural materials to blend Wildwood's natural setting. The exhibit is one more way to bring awareness to Wildwood's mission, and the mission is preserving, enhancing, and interpreting the park's resources. And this is, of course, is in Wildwood Park, and this is August 27th through September the 30th. Doesn't that sound beautiful, Janine?
It does. Just viewing nature,
Viewing
and
nature.
looking at the renewable resources that
Yes.
they will be using
Yes.
to create the art projects.
The art project,
Sounds interesting. It's
beautiful.
something that's different
Yes.
for the
I'm sure the kids
community
will love
to
it.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Children will love it, of
And
course.
there's a lot of diversity
A lot of
with
diversity,
the different
most
projects.
certainly. That's great. Yes. And then we have Corvettes at Carlisle. Okay. Now, if you're into cars, you have the Corvette at Carlisle's, and this is August the 28th, 7 a.m. through 6 p.m. And this is, of course, a Saturday at the Carlisle Fairgrounds. And so they have, let me see, Corvette Carlisle is the longest and the most fun-filled car show in the world. The annual Corvettes at Carlisle event features thousands of Corvettes representing all generations of America's classic sports car. Guests always flock to Carlisle for those events. Well, Janine, nice cars are nice. I'm not really a car girl. Look, as long as a car could get me to where I need to go, I don't have a problem. You know, um, how about you?
Well, I was astonished, to say the least, when somebody said they had purchased a hoopty. And I said, what in the world is a hoopty? And I very quickly learned that it's a less desirable car. But it got them where they
Got
wanted
one
to
to go,
go. And
right?
that's what I thought of when you said that. I've been involved with the car show a few years ago, and it really is nice
It's fun.
because they're all different kinds of makes and models, and people love the Corvettes,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
able to mix and mingle and share information about
sure.
them, and there are a lot of sales that happen there, from the actual car to parts that people are looking for
Okay.
that they maybe weren't able to find someplace
Yeah,
else,
yeah.
and they can purchase them there. So it's just a
There you
fun
go.
event, and of course they have food and
Of course, yes.
fun and games, and it's very, very crowded. So if you're a person,
I can imagine.
yeah.
For car lovers, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
If you don't have patience, it probably isn't the place to
For
go,
you to go.
because
yeah.
you wait in line a lot. But people make friends there,
Sure.
and they remain friends, coming from all different
over,
parts of the country.
That's beautiful.
So
Yeah,
it's good.
that's right. And the admission is $20. If you have the event pass, that's just $35. Well, that's $35, and kids 12 and under is free. Now, there's nothing better than free, and the kids will have a good time, you know, eating and just hanging out with the big dogs who's trying to get a car, But that's really great. So, and also, here we have The Harrisburg Senators versus Hartford Goats. That's August 27th to August the 29th in the FNB Field, City Island, and that's 245 Championship Way, Harrisburg, PA. And admission is 11 to $35. And last but certainly not least, Janine, you have the Harrisburg Dining in the Streets, and that's August the 28th, which is the day. And then the last one, because only on Saturdays, it was going on all this summer. The last one is September the 4th, and it's 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., and that's downtown Harrisburg. Now, Janine, we talked about this, and we've been trying to get there really, but it seems like everything started getting in the way.
It's kind of like
Seriously.
this song. No comments, Justin. So
We've been
so
trying to
got
get down
one
here.
more option.
We're not
or
gonna make it
time,
today.
Opportunity.
We're not going to make it today. We know that already because you have things you got to do, which means we can't even go to lunch like we've been doing, right? So, it's today, last day, Saturday, September the 4th. So we got to, Janine, we got to go. We got to tell the people how it was at the yes, dining in the streets.
It sounds
downtown
like
Harrisburg,
fun.
yeah.
And I guess you just
And it's the
choose
last
the
day.
restaurant that you want
Yeah,
to go to.
yeah.
And they'll have seating
Line up in the
outside.
street. Yeah, it's nice. So, it's a date. We
It's a
will
date.
make the last one, and we will come back and let you know how it was, how the food was. Won't we, Janine?
Yes, we will.
So, with that being said, everything that I've mentioned that's going on in Harrisburg, people, if you're interested, go check it out. You might enjoy it. And so, Miss Janine, what do you have for us today for the news?
Well, as a teacher, we have been taught to pick out the setting,
Mm-hmm.
the characters, identify the problem,
Sure.
and give a solution.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to do some of these,
Okay.
but as you'll realize, I don't know what the solution is, and everybody's going to have different opinions.
Sure.
The setting is Kabul, Afghanistan this week. The characters are ISIS, which consists of militants from Afghanistan, parts of the Middle East, and Central Asia. They've left the Afghan Taliban and the Pakistan Taliban,
Mm-hmm.
and they're very disgruntled, angry people who have much hate in their heart. The Afghan citizens are also involved. The United States of America Armed Forces are involved. The problem is that the terrorists and the Taliban are taking control of Afghanistan. They do not care about anyone. They are ready to kill for power, money, and control. What is the solution? We were warned, the Americans were warned, that there was unrest in Afghanistan. And this is just my opinion, so don't get mad at me and write letters and throw tomatoes and all that. I think more should have been done, knowing that the unrest was there. I looked at video footage of people trying to escape, and it brought tears to my eyes. They were running in droves and throngs just to get away. Some of the people were climbing on the wings of the plane just to get out of that area. Mothers were handing their babies to the American soldiers. There was a football player, 19 years old, that was trying to escape and fell like 35,000 feet from the plane. The havoc and the unrest is unreal right now. And I believe, just my opinion, but we haven't seen the last of it. This is only the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you have
Well-
any feedback?
Listen, as long as wars are going to be going on, it's never going to change. And my thing is this. what are we doing in other people's country? This is my thing. What is the United States doing in other people's country? They call themselves trying to bring democracy to other people's country when we barely have it over here. There's a lot going on in our own country where people are still fighting for democracy. I don't believe one country, and that goes for the United States or any other country, to invade or take over someone else's country trying to change what's going on over there. Listen, just like we have our beliefs, they have their beliefs where it comes to the women and the children or whatever have you. I say this, if the tables were turned, would you want somebody from Kabul come over into our country telling us how to run it? Seriously.
Right.
And that's a question. I wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't want them to come tell me how we should treat our women, how we should raise our children, or our religious, whatever. No, we, as a matter of fact, we wouldn't allow it. But you can't, nobody can mention any country, nobody can mention any country that has come into the United States, that have come into the United States and have taken over in different places, telling them what they supposed to do. Listen, this is why this is going on. I don't believe we should be in other people's country trying to run it. This is the problem. This is really the problem. And those troops should have been out of there a long time ago. It was already planned, and it didn't happen way before this president came into play. But it's now. But the way it happened, of course, is horrific, of course. But I think the bottom line is, one country cannot go into somebody else's country and try to run it, because their country is not our business. We have enough problems in our own country for these powers that be to straighten out what's going on in our country. Look, we look at the homeless, all in front of the White House, sleeping all around the place. And this is a great country called take care of your homeless people. They're all over the place. Everything that's going on needs to be taken care of, but they're so concerned about going into somebody else's country and trying to run it. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, though. You know,
Right.
But so if these people came into our country and did what we did, which is taking over, we wouldn't like it. We really wouldn't like it. You mean? And this is where the wars is coming in at, because these people are fighting, telling us to go home. That's all they want. They want their country back. They don't want another country coming in and invading and taking over their country. I could understand that. I really can. That's all they want. Go home. But listen, if they're fighting against their own people, we don't have anything to do with that. Let them go ahead and fight. I mean, I don't want nobody to fight. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying, if that's what they do, then we don't have anything to do with that. But one country can't go into another country and just take over and then expect it to be peace, because there will never be peace. Not as long as they're crying and saying, all we're asking is for you guys to get out of our country and leave us to what we do. Don't come and try to change our religion. Don't come and tell us how we should treat, whether we believe in how they treat the people, the women or not. That's not our business. It's not for us to go over there and tell them what to do or change anything. And I just
The Taliban are a ruthless group of people, though, and they're out to kill and destroy. And who is going to help the people of Afghanistan? I mean, they're after women that are in power, that speak their mind. There was a pop singer, Ariana Sayed, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and her husband, who got out of there on a plane. I wanted to mention this. There were jets that were suited for 150 people, built for 100 people. 850 people were on those planes, from what I understand, according to the reports
Yeah,
and other
yeah.
words. And she
Yeah.
got out of there and she said, but they're just ready to kill. There's such hate in their hearts. And so, how do you control something like that? I see your point where you're saying stay away, but
We have the business of other people's country. This is where the wars come. We really don't. Because if everybody could just look at this, if everybody could say, well, as far as history goes, we can't say one time, not once, where some other country, anybody's country, came into the United States and was running it. Can you?
there have been wars with different countries.
But there haven't been a country that has ran the United
recent.
States.
Yeah,
Not
recently,
one.
yeah.
But we've done many countries. I mean, all I know is this. I'm for peace. Period. That's it. I'm for peace. I hate war. I'm for peace, and it's just sad. That's all I can say. It's just
And
sad
it's
all
about money
around.
and power. It's not about peace for the people living there. It's about for the Taliban militia.
Yes. Well,
It's about power.
Yeah.
It's about money.
yes.
It's about
We both.
I'm gonna get it any way that
Yeah.
I can. And
Well,
if
I
it
think-
hurts you, oh well. And that's what makes my heart
Yeah,
sad.
I understand. Well, we both make a good point,
Yeah.
and I
Solution.
say this.
There's
say
a big
this.
question here.
This-
I don't have all the answers, but I think we need to come
Sure.
together.
And listen, we always talk, and we may not agree on everything each other say, but we
Right.
can agree to disagree on
Yeah,
some
we can.
things, right,
We can.
Janine?
We
Yes.
can.
Okay, so
So to be
For my-
continued, I think we're gonna have more.
yeah, so
I
and
think
so
there's gonna be more.
course, it's always
attacks.
going-
Well,
yeah.
This is not over.
yes, not over.
And so to be
Yeah.
discussed more
Yeah.
at a different point, and I would say to our audience, what do you think? Do you have some concrete answers as to how things could be better solved, or what solutions we could come to at least keep less people
Mhm.
from being hurt and killed
Yeah, yeah, very
in
good.
both countries?
Very good. And on the other side of the news,
She's slipping right out of this one.
well, it is inevitable that when kids mix, returning from camp or heading back to school, germs spread. And in the pandemic year, fueled by the Delta variant, some of those germs may cause a COVID, okay? The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has advice for keeping your child safe and protected this fall. Know what it is?
Wearing masks.
Mask up in school and other crowded places. That's right. There you go.
Wearing masks.
Okay.
But
You have to.
I go back on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
The Central Dauphin School District has required that I wear a mask.
Uh-huh.
No problem.
Right.
But there are people going around with a petition to sign it. to
That they don't
not-
have to wear masks. Is
Yeah.
that it? Really?
Yes, and I don't
Really?
know how many signatures they need to
Yeah.
get for that to go in effect. But let me say something to the audience.
Mhm.
If you've had COVID, you won't have a problem wearing a mask. It is one of the most horrifying sicknesses
Horrible.
that I've ever had in my
Horrible.
life.
Yeah.
So, people that have not had it, well, I'm not wearing a mask, but you would if you
Yeah.
had had it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be.
But
more
see, the
apt
thing
to
is,
do it.
and people are still saying, which boggles my mind. They're still saying the same dumb thing they've been saying for a long time. It's not. disease going around. It's not the COVID going around. Blah blah blah. And I'm saying to
Oh,
myself,
they've said
I
it.
hear them on TV. I said, are these people serious? Or are they just talking?
They
Are they
say
serious?
it's a joke.
Yes,
They
that's what I'm
say
saying.
that it's to manipulate the American people.
Well, all these people in the hospital from this thing, come on.
Yeah, people have had
Come
loved ones
on.
that died.
Well, let me ask
So
you a
I
question,
wouldn't
Janine. You
think
said they're
that-
petitioning right now, right?
Yeah, they're sending a
So
petition.
when, if it turns out that they don't have to wear masks, you're still gonna wear yours, aren't you?
Absolutely.
I don't blame
I
you.
went back
And
to
you-
the daycare
I don't blame
that I
you.
work in. I got a little part-time job there.
Mhm.
I'm the only one
To
that
wear it.
wears a mask.
Don't feel bad.
The little kid said, one of the little children said to me, Miss Janine, you don't have to wear a mask. I didn't want to get into all of the background that had happened, and I said, well, I just feel more comfortable right now
Yeah.
wearing it. But
Yeah.
someday maybe I'll take it off. That's it. Okay. And he went on to
Yeah.
playing, and that was
Yeah.
it. I'm the only one in there that wears
Yeah,
it.
so and you get the idea that the parents are giving the kids the idea that it's wrong to wear a mask when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seriously. And some people are being bullied because they all wear masks. But you know what? Wear it. Wear it anyway. And on that note, Miss Janine, what is the topic for today?
I see that the topic for today is Janine's book signing. It was an adventuresome experience. It's something that I did not plan on. I think there are things that are planned on in life, and you have the steps to get to them. This was very unexpected. I just believe it was a gift for me to understand that I do have a talent in
Mhm.
writing, and it's something that I need to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
It really was nice because when you signed your book, you felt a confidence
Mhm.
about yourself that,
Right.
hey, this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
I met people from Texas, California,
Mm-hmm.
Montana, Missouri, all over.
Mhm.
And that was nice. And what
Yeah.
was really great about it was that I made friends with some
yeah.
of them.
Sure.
I'm on Facebook with them,
Mhm.
following what they do.
Right.
They're following what I
Yeah.
do. And something that's very comforting for me is that we believe and have the same faith.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't talk to everybody,
Sure.
but you can get together with this group of people
Mm-hmm.
and you believe in the
Mhm.
same way. There are other inspirational stories in
Mm-hmm.
this book, Fear to Faith,
Yeah.
19 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they just opened up my eyes, like with Auntie Anne's that owns the pretzel company.
Yeah.
You just look
Yeah.
and you think, oh, she's got money. I mean, you don't know anything else about her.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I don't think it's wrong to say this. She had 2 children, and her sister got the bobcat out one day on the
bobcat
farm.
out?
The bobcat.
I'm stuck. What's the bobcat?
The machinery. The am I saying that correctly? Bobcat.
It's like the
Yeah.
what, like it's a tractor or some kind of thing for
Yeah.
moving ground.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's a bobcat.
All right.
And her sister ran over one of her children
Oh my God.
and killed her.
Oh Lord.
She said she never knew pain until that happened. She said she had a pretty decent life as a child. Her parents were good to her. She married tall, dark, and handsome. So then, a pastor, she said she couldn't talk to a lot of people. They didn't understand the pain. A pastor said, I'll be friends with you. And I'll listen to your story because I'm compassionate.
Mm-hmm.
And well, you can read between the lines with that. The pastor wanted to be more than compassionate, which led to things that shouldn't have happened. But
Oh
to
my.
cut a long story short, she
My goodness.
said, I've got to help your husband. He forgave her twice. Said, you got to help your husband. And she went out, got hired by a pretzel company, learned how to make pretzels, and you know the rest of the story.
Wow.
The franchises go all over the world.
Wow.
So God bless her, even through
Sure
all
did. That's
that she
heartbreak.
did. So,
Wow.
but I wouldn't have known that had I not gone to the book
Sure,
signing.
of course.
So
You
it's good.
find out a lot of things, and like you said, make some friends. You get in touch with them. That's wonderful. Yeah.
We've got
Yeah.
10 minutes.
That's our topic for the day. That's great. Okay, so, Mr. Neen, as always, and you can just take your time with this one, Mr. Neen. So we got some time. You can take your time with it.
Okay.
Yes. Pearls of wisdom.
Pearls of wisdom. Let me just find it here. I'll tell you, somebody very dear to me, probably isn't at the same place that I am,
Mm-hmm.
faith-wise. And they called me crazy the other night, and I said, no, I'm really not crazy. But maybe it's just something that you don't understand. And then the person, I think, realized that maybe I was a little hurt and said, oh, Mom. Oh, I shouldn't
It's okay. It's all
Only
right.
kidding. But this is what I came up with. I'm not mad. I just understand that we're all at different places in life. And maybe I wouldn't understand their place in life. So
Mhm.
it's all cool.
Mhm.
Let them judge you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip about you. Their opinions aren't your problems.
Mhm.
You stay kind, committed to love, and free in your authenticity. No matter what they do or say, don't you dare doubt your worth or beauty of the truth.
Mhm.
Just keep shining like you do.
Just keep
And
shining.
that quote was by Scott Stabile
Okay.
that I found. And I just thought, the old me
Mhm.
would have gotten mad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
who do you
yeah.
think you are?
Mhm.
But I have come to a place in life, not everybody is where I am.
Mhm.
I'm not where everybody else is, but I have to stand up for my convictions.
Sure.
And if they if they sound a little crazy, so be it.
Just be crazy.
Just be crazy.
Just stand on your
Yeah.
convictions.
And
I
it's
mean,
okay. And
yeah.
you know, I'd rather be the person that I am today
Mhm.
than I was 20 years ago.
Okay.
I thought I was nice,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I wasn't a very nice
Mhm.
person. I had a lot of garbage to be taken out of my
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
and my heart had to be transformed
Transform. Sure.
to care about people,
Mhm.
to pray for people. I'm involved in Light the Night, which is a group on the internet. People are going through such
Mhm.
things, but they'll
Yes.
just put on
Yeah.
pray for so and so.
Sure.
And I can be a part of that.
It's a beautiful thing. Sure. Yes.
So, what about the
Wonderful words, pearls of wisdom, people. Beautiful. And so now we come to the end of our show.
the sticker
Our
of the
little
week?
stinker of the week. Oh yes. So, our stinker of the week is Brandon Blackstock. Now, this is Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband.
Yes.
All right. Their divorce was irreconcilable differences. It was very messy, of course. And amid all the back and forth in the courts and everything, she ended up having to pay close to $200,000 a month. And she's fighting it, still fighting in court, but she's dishing it out up until things happen. And I hope that they overturn it. Sure. And the thing is, okay. When they were together, she already had her 2 children. He had his 2 children. Okay. So, of course, everything, divorce, not getting back together. He took his 2 sons. She had her children, right? He had a job doing, what was it again, Janine?
Oh, he was the manager of Starstruck
Okay.
Management. He was
Sure.
the promoter.
Sure. Now, that's very good, right? Okay. So, why is he quitting
Making
his
bucks.
job? Why is he quitting his job? I can tell you why he's quitting his job.
He's going to work on
Because
the
he's
ranch.
going to, she says he's going to work on the ranch. While he's collecting all this money from this girl, from his ex-wife, okay? Why can't he just keep his job? You got your son, she got her children. What is it he want to do? Well, he wants to lay back, quit his job, get all her money every month, and just live off of her money. It's a lot of money every month, isn't it? Do what he want, take care of his kids. Listen, I just have a problem with it. I just do. I'm sorry. I got a problem.
I think she
I have
had
a
a
problem
problem
with
with it too.
Yeah.
And the ending of the story is that she said he was only in it for the money.
Only in it for the money.
That's hard.
That's
If
very
you've been
hard. It's
married to
heartbreaking.
somebody.
Really. So she has to continually sing, because that's what she sings.
Oh, yeah, she's a
yeah,
singer.
and she has a show. She has to continually sing, and she has to do a show. If she don't do these things, if she quit, that means she don't get a check, right? Isn't that what it means? Yes, that's exactly what it means.
Oh,
But she got to keep working. That's my point. He don't have to work because she's giving him money out of her paycheck every month. That's not fair.
no, it's not.
No.
But
I think you should just turn it back over and don't give him one red dime.
she's fighting. So
She's
we'll
fighting,
see
and
what
I hope she wins.
We'll see what the
and
courts say
he
at
should
the
keep
end.
his job. So you're our stinker of the week, Brandon. Now take that, and people. On that note, thank you so much for tuning in to Shooting the Breeze with Nadine and
Janine.
yes. Please tune in next time, next week. We'll have some more stinkers for you, and we'll have some more of what's going on in Harrisburg. But thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Bye. Have a great week.